scoot over? Dude. Gizmo. Scoot over. Gizmo. Scooch. Scooch a little bit more. Scoot over, dude. Gizmo. Scoot over. Scoot over. Scoot over. I can't get in the middle. Scoot over. Thank you. Gosh. Really? I gotta sit up and fight with you like that? For you to move? Like move. I mean, you don't have to move, but here. Here, you want that? Here. Now, lay down. Lay down. Lay down, boogie. You want to lay down? Lay down. Okay, you can lay down. You can. See how easy that was? That was so easy. Hi, Blue Sage and Motor Mouth Afro Kid. Hey, yo! I'm waiting on a few more people to come in, because you know how YouTube is. They're not trying to tell people, they're not trying to give people the notifications because they don't want me to be great. What is that? Oh, it's a little nap ball. We're going to just like tuck that in there, like that there. They don't want me to be great, so they're not going to notify people that I'm on here. Okay, don't say nothing, y'all. This Mountain Dew. Just roll with that, okay? Because yesterday I did. You gone? I'm getting on your nerves? You leaving? You're leaving? Okay, bye. You know if Daddy see you jumping from there, you're going to get in trouble. That's what I thought. You know you're not supposed to jump from there. You set your butt down. Because you know I'm recording. And Daddy going to see it. He going to see you jumping. And you're going to get in trouble. You know you're not supposed to be jumping. You set your butt down quick, fast, and in a hurry, huh? Hey, spiritual babe. Hey, Phyllis. That's my girl right there. That's Phyllis. Okay, it's 10 people here. Y'all know that I don't get a whole lot of people. You got to do drama. You got to do drama to get like hundreds of people. You got to be on here cussing people out and stuff. And I'm not about that life. I'm not going to ever be on here cussing and acting crazy. Hey, Monique. She said, I'm looking pinkalicious. Oh, yeah, girl, I'm out here serving a pink thermal. Trying to stay warm. That I don't even have the bottoms to. I don't know how I went out and bought the top and didn't get the bottoms. And I didn't realize it until I pulled out the top. And I'm looking, I'm like, I didn't get the bottoms? No, I didn't. All I got was the top. But it's nice and warm. It is raining here. It's in the 50s. Like, it's raining and cold. Okay, so we're going to do a banishing spell. And I'm going to do an update because this is a spell that I did on somebody that was extremely racist. Hey, Orange Moon Witch. This is a spell that I did, I think, 2 years ago on someone that was extremely racist and, had sent some people over to my channel who were racist. And I told this person that I was going to let the ancestors handle him. And honey, when I tell you that they rocked his world, his relationship, he broke up with his girlfriend, he lost his apartment, he got back on heroin, he got off of heroin, but he on that drug that you have to take to counteract the heroin. I forgot what that's called. He's taking that and he's homeless. So play with me if you want to. And I had told him that I wasn't playing with him. And then when he came over to my channel and saw who I was, he wanted to, squash things by interviewing me on his channel, because he had like 30,000 subscribers, I think. Oh, I can have people come to your channel. Oh, no, sweetheart. I don't want to be interviewed by you. I'm just going to have the ancestors take care of you since you want to be racist. He is still a racist, though. He is one of those people that feel like the white race is being infiltrated by us brown people. And he out here having a fit. If you want to look at his channel, his name is Lil Cheetah. It was Vegan Cheetah. He changed his name from Vegan Cheetah to Lil Cheetah because he out here trying to rap, and his rap career is whack. W-A-C-K. He rapped like probably Gizmo would, if Gizmo can rap. And Gizmo got a little baby voice, so y'all can imagine what his raps will sound like. But anyway, he has been in here with a note to my ancestors that I can't open, tied up. Do you hear me? It's been in a dusty corner of my house where it don't get no sunlight, no light at all. And he just been sitting here tied up. Not only did I tie him up, I put some rocks in here to hold him down. You hear me? Because when I tell you that I'm not playing with you, I'm not playing. Thank you, Leah. So, what you're going to need for this spell is a jar. These little jars, I got them on sale at Walmart, I think. It was like 5 or 6 of them in a box. You're going to need a jar with a lid on it, because you want to close it. You can seal it. I don't plan on taking him out. So when you close it up, you can seal it with glue if you want to. I didn't. I just closed the jar. So you need a jar with a lid. You need a poppet. And, I make them out of yarn because they are easily bendable to put in whatever jar. If you don't have a jar with a mouth as big as this, it's just got to be big enough to get your poppet in there, in the jar, with a note. You can put the person's picture. You can put their name. You can put whatever you want of that person. Whatever information you have on that person, their date of birth, where they live, what state they live in, whatever you want to put in there with them, you can put in there with them. It's so easy to get a picture of a person now, screenshot one of their video things off of YouTube, go to their channel or wherever they're at, screenshot, take a picture of them, whatever, print it out, and put it in the jar with them. You can attach it to your poppet if you want to, or put it in the jar with them. Hey, Cola. And before I put him in there, I folded him up because, I was not doing him no good. And then tied him up with string. And when you tie somebody up, you are binding them. You don't want them to be able to do anything. So I bind his legs, his arms, his mouth. I don't want him to be able to speak my name. I don't want him to be able to do anything. I'm messing up your whole entire life. Okay? So you bind them up. You take that string, and while you are wrapping that string around that person, you are saying in your mind, I bind them up. Everything they try to do will fail. You tie them up and you put them in the jar. You can put rocks in here to not only tie them up, but weight them down so that they always feel like they are not going to be successful. Weigh them down, tie them up, weigh them down. Some people put water in there and drown them. You can put herbs in there. You could put hot peppers, anything fiery, anything that's going to torment or torture the person. You can stick pins in there, spider webs, however you choose to do it. Cigarette ashes, whatever you decide to put in there, you can. That part is up to you. I'm just giving you the basic formula, and then you add on to it as you see fit. Maybe you don't want to do all that to the person. Maybe you just want to bind him up for a little while, and then, if you can see that it's working, you feel sorry for him. But I don't feel sorry for racists. I can't feel sorry for somebody that's being a racist and somebody that if you mess with me, then you just get what I give you. And I'm not going to go back and feel sorry and take you out and all of that. I'm not going to do it. Really, TJ, you just got here. Okay, I'm going to go over this one more time because y'all late. I told y'all the other day about the vegan cheetah dude. I've been on for 12 minutes. And sometimes when I want to talk, I can say it real fast. I told y'all about how racist the vegan cheetah dude was. So, he done been in here for 2 years, I think. I think he been in here at least a year. I know he been in here a year. And I was keeping him in just a old corner of the house that don't get no sunlight or anything. You bind up a person. You can bind up anybody that is a person that's bothering you. Anybody. Somebody that is gossiping about you, talking about you, doing you harm in any kind of way. You can bind them up. And binding, what I mean by binding them up is you tying them up. You tying up their arms, their legs, so that they can't do anything. They are defenseless. Just like when you in a wrestling match and the person just lay on top of you. What do they call that? They call that something. Pinning. When they pin you down, they lay on top of you and you can't move, you can't do anything. The person wins the match. So binding someone up is the same thing. You don't want them to be able to move. You don't want them to be able to walk. You don't want them to be able to talk. You're going to bind up their mouth. You're going to tie up their arms, their legs, their hands. So what I do is I usually use a poppet. There's a poppet in there. I don't want to open that because I don't want to give it no air. I don't want to give it no life. Once you put them in there, you close the jar, you seal it. You can seal it with glue if you want to. But see, I know no one's going to touch this. So I don't have to. Eventually, I'm probably going to throw this in the ocean. But for now, I want him to stay in here because he's tied up. So I'm using this as an example I will take the poppet and I will fold them in half and just start wrapping. I wrap it all around their head and everything. And while I'm wrapping, I'm thinking about that person. And I'm putting that energy in there. I don't want you to be able to do nothing. I'm tying your hands and feet to keep you, everything you touch will fail. Everything. You hear me? You can put some rocks in here to weight it down. Anything you want to put in here, you can put in here. Some people put water in there to drown them. I wasn't trying to drown them. But you can put water in here. You can put ocean water, old nasty, muddy water. Anything you want to put in here, you can put in here. Cayenne pepper. You can put, oh yeah, I am. Eventually. You can, you can put the pins in there. You can burn it after you, let them stay in here for so long. You can take it and burn it. I just wouldn't reuse the container. Like I would burn the poppet and whatever else is in here. Because it looked like there's some pins in here too. It looked like I put some money in here. Because it looked like I see some money. Toilet water, dog poop, whatever you want to put in here, you can. So you burn it, you burn the poppet and the paper and stuff. Don't burn the money. If you have anything metal like pins or whatever, you take that out. You burn the poppet because it's yarn and the paper, dog poop, urine, whatever you want to put in here. However you feel about that person. Okay, so you can burn the poppet, and then I would take the container and I would break it. I would break the glass. And whatever, if it's metal or whatever, you take that and throw that away. That's your basic spell. And you tell that poppet, when I have poppets, I tell them what they are for. You tell them what their name is. You blow life into them. Tell them what their name is and tell them what their purpose is. That's why when I make them, I don't put no energy into them. Because when I sell them, I tell the person, you have to put your own energy into them and you have to tell them what purpose they serve for you. So I have some that can be used for, some people want to call it dark magic. I don't consider it dark magic. I don't consider protection dark magic. If you protecting yourself, that's not dark. That's you protecting yourself. If somebody's bothering you and you're protecting yourself, that's not dark magic. And that's not even an eye for an eye. That's just you protecting yourself. But they just came at you in a different way that you came at them. They probably wasn't expecting that. But oh well, that's why you need to leave some people alone, because everybody don't protect themselves the same way. See, you may cuss me out, and then I come home and put you in one of these. I don't say nothing to you. I come home and put you in one of these and let my ancestors deal with you. That's why I try to tell people, you don't have to cuss people out. You don't have to waste no energy on nobody. You don't have to go back and forth with people. You just say, oh, okay, somebody call you a bunch of bitches and fat, nappy-headed, and all that. You're black this, you're that, you're Nigga. You just say, oh, okay, thank you. And you go and you talk to your ancestors. No, because there are Orishas that control the ocean. A local controls the ocean. You go out and you leave your offering and you tell the Locum why you did what you did. And a Locum will take care of that. You know what I mean? Like a Locum takes care of the deep part of the ocean. And I believe he will keep fish and everything away from those type. Don't eat that. That ain't for you. That'll just sink on down to the bottom of the ocean and let a Locum deal with that. There are orishas that control everything in nature: thunder, lightning, wind, rain, everything. Okay? Now, not only do I make those, but I make the ones for healing also. This one is mine. This is my girl. Y'all know I love Oshun, so I have given her my Oshun energy. When I'm having some real serious problems, she has seen me through a whole lot. She has been with me through surgeries and everything. She has my hair. I put my hair, attach one of my dreads to her. So she has my hair. She has some other things of mine inside her. I do make these for people. You have to tell me like what you're going through or whatever, because I like to custom make them. So when I'm having a really hard time, I take her. Sometimes I take my crystals, and like if I'm having migraines or whatever, I will put them on her. If I can't lay them with the crystals on me, I will put them on her to transfer that energy into the doll. And then I'm constantly cleaning her off like the full moon or whatever. If it's not raining, I might let her go outside or whatever. But she spends a lot of time near me. Like my energy is totally in this doll. I mean, she has my DNA. You can't get no more DNA than your hair and saliva and all that kind of stuff. Um that's you. This is my doll. No one touches her. Everybody in the family knows, don't touch her. That's Granny's doll. I don't keep her hid. I keep her, out in the house. Full moon, I let her go outside. She has crystals and everything. Her sash is one of my favorite head wraps that I wear. So I wrapped her hair with it also and put some around her waist. I gave her some healing cowrie shells that have been, saged and blessed and all that. So this is my girl. So you can have poppets that are for healing, and then you can have the ones that are doing your serious work. But the only thing about that is you cannot reuse them. If you are using them for a spell like this, they cannot be reused. You have to get another one. So, I gave y'all the spell. I gave y'all something for free. If y'all want to, send me a little donation, you can do that to my PayPal. It's the same name. Yeah. It's the same Omo Oshun on PayPal. You go to Omo Oshun, you're going to find me on PayPal, or I don't know what my Cash App thing is. It's better to do it through PayPal. If you want to, send me a little donation for this spell, because this is real. This is a real one. This ain't no, play. And if you don't believe me, go look at Vegan Cheetah's channel. Go back to when him and his girlfriend was making videos together and come up to 2019. And you will see a drastic difference in him. I mean, he's still racist. He's still racist. But his whole life has changed. His entire life has changed. And I believe he deserves it. I really do. Because he's still a racist. He just ain't a racist messing with me. He just don't mess with me. Yeah, he homeless. He lost his apartment. He lost his girlfriend. He lost his job. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. You take that negative energy that somebody gave you and you bind it up. You bind it up, you tie it up, and you get rid of it. Because I had actually, when the year started, I was telling my husband, I was like, where is that spell? I got somebody in the jar and I can't find them. And he was like, you do? I was like, yes. Because I had somebody in the freezer and I took them out and thawed them out. And, you know, I'd let them go on about their business. But I said, no, I got to find that jar. So I found it. It was in a nice little old dark area. It still got the dust on the lid and everything. And it's going to stay here probably until the summer. And then I'll take a nice offering for a locum and ask him to finish it. What they say in the video game, finish him. That's what I'm gonna do. So I gave y'all the spell. Okay, let me go back and see if y'all got any questions. So I think I answered Karen's. Wouldn't you be putting that person's negative energy in the universe when you put it in the ocean or burn it? Anytime you burn something, you are getting rid of that negative energy. You burning it up. That energy is no longer going to exist. It's gone. You're going to burn it up. And if it's like any ashes or anything left, that will just be absorbed by the earth. Oh, if you missed this, sweetheart, don't worry. I always upload the videos. So you'll get it. Because I'm not going to go through the whole thing again. So anytime you burn anything, like you burn up a spell or whatever, you're not releasing that energy into the universe. That energy is dead. It is burnt up. And it's nothing, it should be nothing left because you want to burn it all the way down to the ashes. I don't believe in karma when it comes to spells. There's nothing to come back to me. I cover myself. So even if it's ashes or whatever, that will just be absorbed by the earth. You can let the earth take that. Let me say something about karma. A lot of people believe in karma in a certain way. Like what you do, you'll get back to you. When someone is doing something to you, I don't pick on people. You know what I mean? Like I don't just go around picking random people. Oh, I'm gonna do something to you because I don't like you because you got on a red shirt and I don't like red shirt people. The only time I do something to someone is if someone does something to me. And if I'm protecting myself, how is the karma coming back? Because there's no, there's, like my mom used to always say, if you get into a fight with somebody and you just brought a plastic fork and they got an AK-47, you can't say, oh, wait, let me go home and get my gun. No, the fight didn't already started. You can't tell me how to hurt you. Yeah, but I don't get into that. I don't get into, it backfiring and all that kind of stuff. I believe that my ancestors and the Orishas are going to protect me. That's part of that whole, fear, that we talked about before. That whole fear. Who, if I do something, that's part of that conditioning that we have. If I do something gonna happen to me. If I don't stay a Christian, something bad is gonna happen to me. Or if I do something outside of the traditional, something's gonna happen to me. We have to stop thinking like that. Stop think. It is. It's mind control, and it's conditioning to keep us from using what is rightfully ours. We have power, but we're too scared to tap into it. I mean, even the Bible says that we are created in the image of God. But we're scary. If we are created in God's image, we shouldn't be scared of nothing. These are things that our ancestors did. But they just had to, when they first came here, they just had to sneak into the woods to do it. Even witches had to sneak and do what they had to do because they didn't want to be killed. You know why? Because people were scared of them. They knew that they were powerful. And people were afraid. Because when you really latch on and realize how much power you have, people are scared of you. They will stop bothering you. You open up that third eye. You get them chakra wheels to rolling. You gonna scare people. They gonna stop bothering you. They gonna see you at work and be like, I don't mess with Phyllis. I don't know what it is about her, but I'm not gonna mess with her. They gonna know not to mess with you. And that's how you want people to be. You don't want people to think you a punk. We're not punks. We are powerful people. We are divine people. But all we have to do is tap into that. And when you tap into that, you lose that fear. Ooh, something's going to happen to me if I do it. I don't want to do it because I'm scared that it might come back to me. No, I'm not scared. I'm going to step out on faith and I'm going to do it and see what happens. And when I do things, I tell my ancestors, can you please show, because I want to see. Can I see what happens? I want to see that it worked. Because especially if the person did something to me publicly, I want to see it. You have to step out on faith. I preached a sermon one time. I think it was about Peter. Look, it's been so long ago. I don't know, child. When Peter wanted to walk out on water with Jesus, and he took that first step, Jesus said, come on, I got you. He took that first step looking at Jesus. The second step he took, he looked down. When he looked down, he took his eyes off Jesus. He lost his faith. So don't look down. Keep your eyes on the Orishas, and they're going to help you. Keep your eyes on the Spirit, and they're going to help you. Don't look down. Don't second guess yourself. Just stop second guessing. Don't second guess yourself. Believe that what you're going to do is going to work. Just be crazy enough to believe it. And I think that's always been my thing. Like I've always believed. When I was preaching, when I was a Christian, I believed wholeheartedly in that. I believed it. I believed that Jesus was the Son of God and all that. I believed it. So when I preached, it sounded good. Then when I learned about the Orishas, I believed that. So when I do my workings with spirit, I believe that it's going to work. When I do my tarot cards, I believe that spirit is going to show me something to help somebody else. And I'm not always out here binding up people. I help people also. That's because I believe I can help them. And when you get to the point where you have that faith in yourself, that faith in spirit, you open that third eye so that you're not just seeing with your natural eyes. These four eyes, they work good. I can see in the natural. But when you open up that spiritual eye, that third eye, when you get that to open up, because everybody has one. Everybody has a spiritual eye. But some of you still have a veil over yours. You haven't lifted the veil. When you lift that veil over that third eye, then you can see spiritually. You connect with spirit on a deep level. But that veil has to be lifted. When you lift that veil and you have faith, you'll be able to see. As long as you're doubting yourself and you worried, is it going to work? Am I going to do this right? Am I doing that right? Your spiritual eye will be clouded because you don't have that faith yet. When you start to work with spirit, that should be one of your first prayers, is to remove the veil. Remove the veil from my third eye so that I can see things on a spiritual level. And that ain't gonna happen overnight. It didn't happen for me overnight. I told you I've been doing this close to 30 years. Okay. I got baptized when I was 13. 12 or 13 years old. So I've been, in the spiritual realm all my life. I've been around the Holy Spirit. I done caught the Holy Ghost. I done spoke in tongues. I done did all that. I have a lot of experience in a lot of different things. So get that third eye working. Remove the veil so that you can see certain things, so that spirit will start talking to you. I can be laid up in the bed and something will come to me. I write it down. Think about it. Learn how to listen to your spirit. Sometimes we have to get away from the TV. We got to cut off Netflix and all that other kind of stuff, and just turn on some calming music and meditate, get your crystals, and just sit and allow spirit to, pour into you. Let your ancestors pour into your spirit. Especially if you have like your grandparents, if your parents are deceased, your grandparents are deceased, let them pour into your spirit. They will still talk to you. My mother is always around me. There has been times when I have smelled her perfume. And it's crazy. There have been times when I, have been doing too much, just doing too much, just running around, doing too much, not really resting like I should. And I can feel my mother. You need to lay down. Go lay down. Go rest. And my mother passed away in 2011. And I still feel her. There are days when I don't feel good, when my arthritis has flared up. I'm like, why? Why is all this happening to me? I can just feel her spirit. Just go to sleep, baby. Because me and my mom were really, really close. Real close. And I knew her passing away would not break that bond between us. Just because your ancestors not here does not mean that, they didn't forgot about you, and you shouldn't forget about them. I have an altar set up for my ancestors. I give my mama coffee. My dad used to love Coke. I go and buy him Coke. My mom used to like them old nasty chips, them Bugles. I give her Bugles and them red and white church mints. She loved them. Every so often I put some of those on my altar. You have to talk to your ancestors. You have to. You have to have a communication with your ancestors. Because you cannot go to the Orishas if you're not dealing with your ancestors. They're going to turn you right on around and redirect you to your ancestors. You know what? I used to love them little church mints. My mom used to always have those in her purse. Always. And she loved them Bugles. I can't stand those. I can't stand them. But my mother used to love them. And every now and then I will, put some on a plate and put them on my altar for her. I let them stay maybe a couple of days. And then I take them outside and, put them by a tree or something, because we got two little squirrels that live in the tree in my backyard. They be running all on the roof of the house and everything. And I put them back there, and the little squirrels eat them, I'm pretty sure, or they go back to the earth. So, yeah, connect with your ancestors. That's what they're there for. Let me go back and read some of y'all comments, because y'all just be commenting. I see them. Let's see. For candle magic for a super blood moon, January the 20th to the 21st, is the waning moon. So it's best to do a banishing spell ritual or banish candle magic. I don't really work with the waning moon. I'm more of a full moon person. I love the full moon. Hey, viewers of you. I work with the full moon all the time. I will put a spell on someone and not give a damn. You hear me? That's me. After I do it, I'm not tripping. It's a done deal. After I put the lid on this container, it is a done deal. I done did it and put you somewhere and forgot all about you. That thing was in there all year. All of 2018, it was never touched. And I didn't think about it until I saw him do a video. And I was like, I got that boy in the jar somewhere. Let me go find that jar. A whole year. Ain't got no sun, nothing. Because when I'm doing something to you, I don't want you to get no air. I don't want you to get no sunlight. I don't want you to get nothing. Put you in a dark area and just let you sit. Think about what you did. Karen said, I agree with you. You can't walk around messing with people and thinking nothing gonna happen. Everyone ain't playing with you. So if you smack them and they knock the hell out of you, don't say nothing. Right. Right. You get into a fight with somebody and all you got is a plastic fork and they came prepared. That's your fault. When my mom used to say, you better stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Because while you getting ready, they gonna knock your head off. Stay prepared. That's why I tell y'all, keep doing your baths. Always be, especially if you working, if you in an environment where, you doing customer service, you working around a lot of people, you work in an office with a lot of people, it's always negativity. When you work in an office, everybody gossiping and talking, all that negativity going around, you need to constantly be cleaning yourself off. Keeping a bubble of protection around you. But you got to clean off the negative before you can, put up your guards. When I go out, I be having all kind of stuff. I probably got crystals in my bra and everything. You ain't gonna touch me. I put up my force field around me and my husband when we go places. Ain't no telling what I got in my bra. You can come up on me if you want to. You gonna get something you ain't never seen. I got into it with this lady at Walmart and she started pulling stuff out her bra. I just ran. You see that on the news, you gonna know it's me. Be like, I know her. I know. I know her. I sure do. I be having all kinds of stuff when I go out. I'm gonna have on my leggings. You gonna know that. I got on my colors. I'm probably wearing some big old crystal. And most people, I walked into a shop one day and the lady was like, oh, well, you came prepared. I had on all my crystals and everything, and I wasn't even tripping. I looked down, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm always, I always got on something. I'll never leave the house, with nothing. And my crystals stay charged. I'm a Leo. You know how lions are. We like to fight. And we used to winning. I'm a Leo and a child of Oshun. So I have a lot going on. How do I contact my ancestors? Well, the easiest way to do that is to set up an altar for your ancestors. You set up an altar, you can put their pictures on it, but only put your ancestors or your deceased family members. So don't put nobody on there that's alive. If it's a picture of you and your grandma, you need to take your picture off and just put Granny up there. So I have a small table with a white cloth. I have pictures of my ancestors. I have a plate that I use just for my ancestors, a glass that I use just for them. There's a white candle and whatever else you want to add. I had the keys. I put the keys to my mama's old apartment because I know my mom was nosy. So I know she probably then took them keys and went back over to her old apartment to see who living there now. So I put her keys up there just in case. I know she was going to want to go check and see who living in her apartment because she loved that apartment. Loved it. It was perfect for her. So if I know her, she probably didn't took them keys and went on back over there. Let me see who I don't want to break in. Let me see who in my place. She probably over there sometime just looking out the window because that's what she used to like to do. So she probably done went over there and looked out, looking out the window, having herself a good time. But I put her keys up there. Sometimes I make her coffee. She liked her coffee weak. She liked that light skin coffee with just a little bit of sugar. So some mornings, when I'm talking, I sit there and I talk to her. I make her coffee for her birthday. My mother used to love those Sara Lee pound cakes that came in the freezer section. I'll get her a Sara Lee pound cake and, give her a piece and just sit there and tell her how much I miss her. And, she know I love her. And even my granddaughter has, been around the ancestor altar all of her life. She can tell you everybody on there, who they are, and she knows how to be respectful. She's seen it all her life because she used to live here with me. That's going to be a powerful girl when she grow up because she's the only grandchild that has been around crystals, around the ancestors, around me practicing since she came home from the hospital. So I think she's going to be like me. Just introduced. I wasn't, introduced to African spirituality as young as her, but I was introduced to religion at a young age. So set up your altar, put your pictures up there. You don't have to do nothing fancy. It don't have to be no fancy picture frames. Put your pictures up there. Put your nice white cloth up there. It don't have to be nothing fancy. You can go to Walmart and get you some white material and put it. I got one of those little, them little round tables that you screw the legs on. They only cost what, $10? You get them at Target. Everybody got them little tables, that little round table with the little piece of glass you put on there and you screw the little legs on. Little $10 table in the corner of my house and, set it up for my ancestors. But I put it in a place where, everybody that come over my house don't see it. It's upstairs. It's not like in my living room. But I mean, if you have to put it in your living room, put it in your living room. And just sit there and talk to your ancestors. Develop a relationship with them. And they will start to talk back to you. On a spiritual level. Somebody asked me what do I think about astral projection? This is what I think. Now, I took Ambien for the first time in 2017, I think. And I swear to God, I left my body that night. That was the only time I have ever felt like I actually left my body, was when I took Ambien. And Ambien has had some strange effects on a lot of people. A lot. Because I saw a thing where a man supposedly took an Ambien and was asleep and was driving. I mean, literally left his house sleepwalking, got in the car and had drove off somewhere. And when he woke up, he was like somewhere else. So I know Ambien has a strange effect on some people. So after that, I didn't want to take it again because it spooked me. Yeah, I'm talking about Ambien, the sleeping pill. I was spooked because it seemed like I was on the ceiling looking down at myself in the bed, and I was floating and I was trying to get back down to my body. I was scared that if I leave this house, It was crazy, you know, and it seemed like my mind was still working. And I was like, if I leave this house, I might not be able to come back. And I'm like, in that state, I was screaming and just trying to get back into my body. And I finally got back in. And I don't want to take Ambien again because I was scared. But now I take it, I don't have no problems. I don't even really have lucid. I guess maybe it was just the first time my body was like tripping. But now when I take it, I don't even have what I consider lucid dreams. But I'm an extremely lucid dreamer. Like one time I told my doctor that I dream in Technicolor. Like I have HD dreams. I be dreaming in 3D. And he was like, I'm so glad that my doctor is black and he can, you know, laugh at some of this stuff. Because I think if I said some of the stuff that I say to a white doctor, they probably would be like, okay, Miss Brown, we're going to need you to see a psychiatrist because I've never heard of anyone dreaming in 3D. Like told my doctor, I dream in 3D. Like it'd be so deep. I dream in 3D. And he was like, oh, okay. Yeah, never heard of that before, but you know, if you're doing it, that's great. But I had very vivid dreams in very vivid colors sometimes. And then sometimes I dream in black and white. And you know, to me, that's the whole astral projection type thing. Like I've never wanted that for me. Some people want to do that. I don't. I don't want to fly. I don't like heights. I don't like to move too fast. So maybe that's why that's, you know, one of the things that I don't want to do. You know, because if you're astral projecting, you're moving. And I don't like to go, I don't ride rides. I don't do roller coasters. I don't like none of that kind of stuff because heights make me sick. I get dizzy really easy. So astral projection is not for me. But you know, some people want to do it. I can't say that they're not doing it or it don't exist. I think our mind, we only use a certain percentage of our brain. We use a very small percentage of our brain. And I think if you can open up the different areas of your brain and you've done that, good for you. Good for you. No, we're not going bungee jumping. We're not jumping off of anything. We're not moving fast. We're not moving from side to side. We're not doing any of that. Yeah, I've always had dreams about my life. Even when I was a young kid, I had dreams. You know, I consider myself a seer because I've always been able to see certain things. My mother, when I was little, you know, she always said that she thought that I would be like a missionary or some type of healer. She said that's what, you know, she always saw in me. And that's what I consider myself. You know, I call myself the two-headed doctor. That's what they used to say about the voodoo people in Louisiana. You know, you're the two-headed doctor. One is for healing, and the other one is, you know, for whatever it takes. But it's one person. You know, people that are born, like those young ladies that was born with two heads. What do they call them? I don't want to say Siamese twins. Conjoined twins. Where it's two, you know, one of the sets that, I've been watching for a while is, they have two heads, one body. I think they only have two arms and two legs. They get around. Very intelligent. Extremely intelligent. Even though their physical body is not where it's supposed to be, their brain is. They're extremely intelligent young ladies. They went to college and everything. I know one of them has a teaching degree. Those are Obatala's children. And he is going to protect them. No, they're conjoined. Conjoined twins. Because it's just Abby and Brittany. That's them. That's them. One of them is a teacher. She got her teaching credentials. Obatala protects those people. Anybody that has a birth defect, anything like that, those are Obatala's kids. People with mental illness, if you have something going on in your brain, those are Obatala's kids. He's going to always protect them. Because there is a Pataki, which is a story, when you read up on the Orishas, there's a story about Obatala that he got a little, he was making people, he was, forming them, because we are all supposed to be formed out of, the dust of the earth or the clay of the earth. So Obatala was making people and drinking, and he making little people, and he had a little bit too much to drink, and he was like wasn't giving certain people arms or legs, like he was forming them and making them and just not fixing them like right, and they were born like that. And he was so upset with himself because he knew he had caused that. He said that he would always take care of the people that have birth defects, the people that have mental illness, the ones that have physical defects or whatever. They will always be his children, right? And he will always enlighten something in them. That's how you see some blind people that can play the piano, or deaf people that can sing, have all of these traits or whatever that, they probably wouldn't normally have if, they weren't like that. Those are gifts. What y'all talking about? Well, I mean, Nicole, we're all new at one point. I was new too, 30 years ago. Hey, M. Tate. Hey, D. Domino Geronimo. Big link. You need my services. You need to go to Omar Oshun at AOL.com. Starboy, put my email address. Omar Oshun 94602 at AOL.com. T. Williams says fiery wall of protection oil is definitely a must have for blood moon on January 20th. People need to protect yourself because February is going to be crazy as hell. You'll see people go crazy. I don't go into months thinking that something is going to happen. I try to keep a positive frame of mind and walk into each month like, I never look at things like, oh, well, next week is going to be crazy, because you bring crazy to you. I don't like to do that. Karen says, I'm the same way. I can be crying and snotting about something and will suddenly just stop and then receive a word that makes sense to remind me. Yeah, I always believe that's my mama. I really do. Well, Nicole, start researching. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube. It's a lot of stuff on Google. You can Google almost anything. Do your research. Read, get you some books. There's a lot of books online to help you to learn how to use crystals, how to use candles. Oh yeah, I keep crystals everywhere. Yep, I'm a Leo. Yeah, Phyllis, I have done the same thing. I have smelled her perfume, knowing it was her. You don't have to have pictures. If you don't have pictures of your ancestors, you can just write their names on a piece of paper and put that on. Because I don't have pictures of all of my ancestors. I don't have pictures of like my. I don't have pictures of like my relatives on my dad's side, and I don't even know the majority of them. Oh well, that's good. Jacob, if you only have, you have to have more than two dead relatives, though. Your great great grandparents, relatives that you never met before, somebody dead in your family. Your family didn't just start with your mama and daddy. Somebody got to be dead. We come from a whole line of people. There's a whole bunch of people out there dead. You just don't know them, but they still your ancestors. I didn't even meet my grandmother or grandfather on my dad's side of the family, but they still there. You don't need to know them personally. It's still family. They still your ancestors. It don't mean you don't have to have ever seen them in your life. Y'all still share the same DNA, the same blood. It's the bloodline. My last name is Evans by blood. That's my father's last name. Is Evans. I'm married. I took my husband's last name. My bloodline would be Evans. Those are the people that are related to me. Those my Louisiana folks. That's where I get all this from. The majority of my family is from, my mama is from California. My daddy, all his family is from Arkansas and Louisiana. No, you don't have to do a petition for your ancestors. They're your ancestors. That's your blood. Well, we don't know what my granddaughter is yet. She's still a baby. She don't have to. I'm not putting I'm not putting no labels on her. She too young for that. She's going to decide who she is. That's It's not for me to decide. It's not for me to label and say she's going to be this or she's going to be that. She will be who she be when she come into herself. She's only 10 years old. And I don't put that type of energy on her yet. She's not ready. She'll come into whoever she is. She may not be a psychic. She may be something else. She may be, the type of healer to lay hands. So I don't want to limit. I don't want to put her in a box and, say that that's what she is. I want her to grow and develop and be, whatever it is she decides to be in her own time. Because, see, I didn't come to the Orishas until I was in my 30s. I'm in my 50s now. So, see, I didn't come to that until my time. My time was in my 30s. So, who's to say what she will be if she's only 10 years old? Right now, she's still a baby to me. You know, we still having fun with this. It's not. It won't be serious with her until she's old enough to really realize what she's doing and what this is. I didn't even have crystals introduced to me until I was in my 20s. Now she's had them introduced to her. She don't know what the meaning of everything is, but she's seen them. So that's, it's different. But I'm not going to rush her or, push her into anything. I want her to grow into this. I want her to want it. When you want it and you know that this is for you, I believe you're more powerful. I want this. I wanted to be a healer for a while. I went to school to be a counselor. So I've always had the healing traits. That's what I went to college for. So, who's to say? She may never want. She may never want to deal with this. This may not be her thing. Maybe it will be one of my other grandkids. Who knows? Maybe she won't want to deal with religion at all. That's her. You know what I mean? I can't, because I'm a spiritualist, I can't just say, oh, well, you're going to be one too. No. She can be whatever she want to be. Or she can be like her granny. You never know. No, you cannot put your ancestors in your bedroom unless you have a closet. You know why? Because would you walk around your mother and father naked? Would you walk around your grandma in your panties? No. Now, if you have a closet or you have a room divider where you can separate them from you, especially if you're having sex in that room, I'm just saying, don't get mad and be like, I ain't having sex. I don't know if you're having sex, sweetheart, but in case you are, that's a no-no. You don't put your ancestors or your orishas in the same room where you're having sex. So if you have to put them in your bedroom, you need a divider. Put them in the closet. Put them on the top shelf in the closet. Just don't burn no candle in there. Don't burn your house down. You can do that. You know those crates, those milk crates? They sell them everywhere. Target, all these places. Or go behind the store and steal you one. That's how I get them. And I want them. Because it's a store not too far from me. And they just got them piled up in the back of the store. I just go over there and get me however many I need. And bring them home and wash them off real good. You can take one of those and, put a little white cloth in there. And put your pictures in there and put it on top of the top shelf of your closet. And that separates them from everything else. And then if you don't want nobody to know what you're doing, write their name down. And if you have to, put it in a box. Put their name in there. You could put one of those little tea light candles in there. Not the ones that you light with fire, but the ones that you can get from like the dollar store or wherever. You pull a little thing and turn them on. It's like the little fake flame. You can put one of those in there. And then when you're having problems, just take your little box out and say what you got to say. And when you get finished, put it back. Yeah, I wear all white to the cemetery. Yeah, Ambien works differently for different people. It don't bother me at all now. I take it, I just go to sleep and and sleep good. Like I'm talking, I get some good sleep when I take an Ambien. Okay, I'm way behind y'all. You should okay. So Jacob said you should do a video on tips on how to lift the veil from your third eye, an in-depth one. That would be a good video. Ooh, a tree fell in your front yard. They came out and there's a tree in my front yard. Well, it's like just a tree in the yard. I stay in the middle. Townhouse is one in the front, so the tree is out there. And I guess it was kind of hot, covering their view out of their bedroom window. But it ain't no view. It ain't like we live by the water or whatever. But they came and cut the tree, not the whole tree, but just trimmed it. Gave it a huge trim. I mean, trim the tree bare. Like the trunks and stuff were still there, but they took out the majority of the tree. And this tree is so beautiful. Like the leaves change, they go from green to brown and they fall off. And it's just this beautiful process. And when the tree was full, the tree looked like it just reminded me of a woman with just a big, beautiful afro. And they came and cut the tree. And do you know, I almost cried. When I came home and I saw that they had cut that tree, I almost cried. And I still look at the tree and feel bad because, it's not as full. And the tree, I can tell that the tree is just not happy because she's just not as full as she was before. I hate when people come and, chop down stuff. I know that sometimes we have to cut down trees because, if they get old or they get root rot or whatever, they'll fall over and, they can kill people. Like somebody recently in Berkeley was driving his car, child, and a tree fell on his car and killed him. Like last week. I mean, it happens. Like the tree was rotted and the wind had been blowing and that tree fell over and killed that man. So, I know that the property owner, cut the trees down, cut the tree down in the back because that one was really just growing crazy. So they had to cut that one down. I wasn't really tripping off of that one, but the little tree in the front, like me and her, we got history. I have a thing with trees. Like I love trees, especially I love plants. Y'all know anything growing. I love plants. I talk to them. I touch them. If they not doing good, I'll be like, come on, girl. I'm gonna need you to hold on because you can't be up in here dying. Because my girl, she had a couple. She was trying to die on me, child. She had a couple of leaves that done turned brown, and I was like, no, you not. And they like started off like that and just kept on going. I was like, oh no, you not, sweetheart. You can't die. I like you too much. You're not gonna be up in here dying. The devil is the lie. Honey, I speak life unto you in the name of Jesus. You will not die. You will live. I love my plants, y'all. Y'all know I'm crazy. So yeah, I like all living things, animals. When my kids was growing up, they had almost every animal. We didn't have mice, rats, hamsters, uh, dwarf, regular size hamsters, dwarf hamsters, fish, snakes, lizards, birds, cats, dogs, uh, tarantula. We didn't have it all. I love animals. Now I just got turtles. We had this one turtle. We had three in the tank together, and one of them got up on top of, you know how turtles have to have this little thing that float in the water so they can get on that sometime, because sometimes they want to get out the water. They don't want to be in the water all the time. Who leaving? Somebody, bye Jacob. Okay, bye Jacob. And so the turtle would get up on top of that little floating thing. In some kind of way, he got out the tank, child. And we didn't know that it was a hole up under the heater. And the turtle had went under the heater, which led into the closet. We didn't know that though. We didn't know. We just knew he was missing. And one day, we all sitting in the living room. The turtle had been missing for like 2 weeks. One day, we sitting in the living room. We all sitting here watching TV, and the turtle come crawling out from under the TV stand. He had been gone 2 weeks. And I was like, where the hell did he come from? Because, you know, he came from under the TV stand. And there was like nothing up under there but the VCR. So it's not like he came out the he didn't come out the VCR. And so I had the maintenance man come and look, and he was like, oh yeah, the heater has some kind of opening right there that goes into the closet. So he went in there and looked, and he was like, yeah, he must have been up in there somewhere. So he was gone 2 weeks. And then went up in there. I guess he was, I don't know what he was in that closet eating. I cannot imagine what was he eating? Cotton? I don't know. But anyway, he came out. So that goes to show you I guess they don't have to be in water, because he wasn't getting no water. Ain't no water in the closet. So we put his little butt back in there. They live for a long time. But I don't know. Turtles, you got to constantly be cleaning the tank. It was a mess. I didn't want to deal with that. But we didn't have all kind of animals. I love animals. I'm a true animal person. Not now, because I don't want to be cleaning up behind them. I don't know how, no one knows how that turtle lived. Nobody. Like, what the hell was he eating for 2 weeks? And they were eating turtle food and fish. Like, we would give them goldfish. So I have no idea what he was eating. Okay, y'all, I'm way behind. If you ask me a question, ask me again, because I'm not about to read all of that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was eating bugs. I have no idea. He had to be eating something, though. Oh, yours got outside? Yeah, ours was in the house. He lived, I don't know what he was doing, child. Oh, TJ left? TJ had to go to work? Oh, Phyllis gone. Phyllis went to take her meds. What's how long I been on here? An hour and 24 minutes. I'm finna go too. Yeah, I hate when they cut trees down. I mean, I know that they have to. I know that they have to do it, but I hate it. It makes me so sad. I mean, if the tree, like if the tree has a disease or something, then you know that it has to be cut down because it can kill somebody. But if it's just a tree and you just, oh, I hate to just see them get trimmed. And, especially when the people that come and trim them, like trim damn near all their leaves off. You don't have to do all that. This was Mountain Dew. Y'all see what it turned into? It ain't nothing but water. Even though I do have my water, I don't know why I'm sitting there drinking that like that. I do have some water. I brought my water. All right, y'all. I'm tired of y'all. Yeah, if the person is alive, you put them in the jar. If you trying to do something to them, you don't put your ancestors in the jar. The people you put in a jar, you doing something to them. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired of talking. I've been talking to y'all for an hour and 25 minutes. I've been talking to y'all for so long, it's dark outside now. Like my granddaughter say, it's nighttime. It's almost 6 o'clock. It's dark. When I started talking to y'all, it was light. It's dark time now. She used to say dark time. I'm about to go and relax my feet, put my feet up, and relax. Y'all go watch my other video. The one where I, did the little, where I was talking about, my little rap and stuff. Y'all watch those videos too. Don't just watch these videos. Watch all my videos. Even if it don't apply. Watch it anyway. Miss Drea said my honey jar works. Go back and watch some of those older videos too. I ain't getting paid for it, but watch them anyway. I think I'm going to monetize my channel this year. I can. I'm just too lazy. I don't feel like doing it. Yeah, I just want to relax. It's time for me to put my feet up and take my medicine. I try not to take my medicine and then come and do these videos. Because sometimes when I take that tramadol, my mind just don't be functioning at the speed that I want it to function at. You want an oboe shoe poster? No, you don't. You don't want my big old head in your... You don't want to see that, child. But I'm going to get some t-shirts. I ain't figured out what I want to put on them yet, but I'm gonna get some t-shirts, and I'm gonna do a little thing. Maybe somebody can win a t-shirt. Y'all know I ain't sent that other stuff. I still ain't sent Tina. Tina did not respond back to me, y'all. What's going on? I wonder what. Maybe you think she on vacation? She didn't respond back on Instagram, and that's not like her. Tina's still missing. Oh, no, you didn't say honey. And I don't like to take them tramadols and come on here because it just don't. No, you didn't say she in jail. She's somewhere. Something didn't happen. You see my old bottle of candle? I'm going to keep me some candle. I want to ask the people that, the little shop that I go to, the little mystical shop that I go to, I want to ask them if I can film, if I can do like a video in there and show y'all like where I get my crystals and my candles and stuff. But you know how, I be turned up when I be on that tramadol, but it mess up my mind though. I'm not thinking clear, but I'm talking. I be all over the place. When I'm on that tramadol, I'm all over the place. That's why I don't like to, take one and then get on here. Because either it's going to slow me down to the point where I can't really function, or I'm going to be up too high and y'all going to be like, God, dog, what is she on? Oh yeah. You know, I get when I you can tell when I'm on that tramadol because I do too much. I be talking about people and everything. That's why I don't like to take it and come on here. Cause either I'm doing too much or I'm not doing enough. Like I can't find a happy medium when I'm taking tramadol. Either I'm too slow or I'm too fast. No, this is not a botanica though. This is more like a Wiccan type shop because they don't really have a whole lot of stuff that's. I mean, they have stuff that you could use if you practicing, but it's not like a botanica where you go there and they have a whole lot of stuff for the Orishas. This is not like that. The only botanica that is near me, I don't know. It's something I went up in there and they had like a really bad vibe. And then the people were speaking Spanish and I couldn't understand what they were saying. And I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable. There used to be a botanica owned by a Cuban guy in Berkeley, and he was real cool, but he closed down, and I don't know where he went. But I need to try to find out where he went. Like I would go to his botanica, but just some all random people, I couldn't. I walked in and the energy was off, and once I walk in and your energy is off, I walk right on out. You ain't getting none of my money. Mm-mm. Yeah, Jacob, you in the family now. You are in the family. Don't be taking no Vicodins. Leave them Vicodins alone. Them Vicodins ain't gonna do nothing but make you constipated. I'm telling you from experience, child. Telling you from experience. I don't like taking medicine either, but I have a couple of things going on and I have to take certain things, you know, because my arthritis and stuff. And the nurse called and was like, you had an appointment for between 4 and 4:45 with the doctor, and I was like, yeah. She was like, okay, well, they set up an appointment with the wrong doctor. Like that doctor don't even know you. And I was like, yeah. When I got the text message, I was like, who is that? She said, yeah, I don't know why they did that. So my doctor is going to call me tomorrow at 11 o'clock so I can tell her what's going on because, yeah, it's still swollen. It still looks big. I don't think y'all can tell because you can't really see it at the angle. You have to be able to look at it from this way. You can't really tell how swollen it is, but it is. It's still swollen. I don't think y'all can tell the difference because you can't see it. But trust me, it's swollen. And it's still really, really painful. So, I mean, I can't sleep without this. I have to sleep in this. And this is irritating. It is so irritating because I done hit myself in the face. Like I'm used to, sleeping like this, and I done clunked myself in the face a couple of times. And, when you sleep, half sleep, and you moving, and you move your hand and hit yourself in the face, because it's a piece of metal right there. Like this thing has a piece of metal right there, and it's a piece of metal right here. So, it's a piece right here. It's 3 pieces of metal. This thing is, really hard. And I like hit myself in the face in the middle of the night. And I'm like, you know what? They're going to have to find me something else. Because I can't be waking up in the morning with like dents on my face and stuff from falling asleep on this thing or, clunking myself. And then the blanket be getting stuck to this. And it be so much going on at night. I'm pulling the covers. The blanket is getting stuck to this Velcro. Then I have to get up in the morning and pull all the little blanket bits out of the... So yeah, they're going to have to figure out something because this is getting on my nerves. Why they going in on Trisha? I don't watch her. I tried. I really did. But the mukbangs, I can't do the mukbangs. I can't really do those eating shows. I don't want to sit up and watch somebody eat something that I can't eat. Like, I can't sit up and eat all that food. And especially if they eating a whole lot of food, like Nikocado. Like, every now and then I'll check and see what he eating. But if they eating a whole lot of food, that makes me sick. It just makes me so sick. Karen said, I promise you that auntie that every woman needs. I'm speaking for myself. Just love your energy and truth. I hope my nieces and nephew feel like that. Because I love them. She made a video about the rewired soul. Who is that? Was it a bad video? Like, was she talking about? It don't make me hungry. It makes me not even want to eat food because they be eating too much. Oh, I'm going to go on her channel and see what they're saying about her. Jacob said, you're so awesome, girl. I love your energy. So welcoming and pure. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to go upstairs and kick my feet up. If y'all go on my Instagram, you'll see how many pillows I have in my bed. When my husband not there, I can put all my squishy mellows in the bed with me. All my big old pillows. So I got all the pillows in the bed. And I had took a picture of all my pillows. Oh, Lord. Of all my pillows in my emotional support monkey. That's George. George is my emotional support monkey. Like when I'm feeling anxiety or whatever, I get George. I don't take him out the house, but when I'm in the house and I'm just feeling too much anxiety or whatever, I go get George. And he makes me feel good. So I'm going to go put my feet up and take my medicine. Because I think my show come on tonight. What's tonight? Wednesday? I don't know. Shit. Tuesday? Tuesday, I think. Does this thing work? It's Tuesday. Yeah, my show come on tonight. Married at First Sight. Married at First Sight. And it's probably about to come on now. I know y'all ain't made me miss my show. Let me see. If y'all made... Lord, y'all have made me miss my show. I'm finna go because it's on now. Because I do need to catch because I missed the one last week. Oh, yeah, I love all them. 90 Day Fiance. Okay, these my top shows. 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup, and Married at First Sight. They're my shows. Gotta watch them, child. And it's on now. So me and Gizmo about to go upstairs and I'm gonna give me some water, put some water in my new cup, and drink my water. And I got some caramel rice cakes. I'm gonna eat that because I'm watching my calories, y'all. I'm gonna get this 20 pounds off. I'm gonna get this 20 pounds off. But Pawpaw, last night, my husband didn't tell me that he gonna stop off at the donut shop. The donut shop I told y'all that make the fresh donuts, like they make them right there on site, and you get there sometime and the donuts still be warm. like at Krispy Kreme. So he, of course, he didn't tell me that he was going to get some donuts, because I'd have told him, you pass right on by that place. Don't you stop there. You bring your butt on home. But no, he didn't tell me. And he stopped by the donut place last night and brought home some donuts. And you know I can't turn down no glazed donuts. You know I can't. Because I didn't want to eat no carbs today. I was trying to make today, no carb day. I was going to be real good. But I had to eat those donuts. He forced me. He forced my hand. I had to eat them. Because, you don't want them to go bad. You didn't pay for them. You got to eat them. So, I had me a nice old fat. Let me show it to you. Ooh, it was good, too. I had me a nice old fat. Look at that. Nice old fat glazed donut this morning. It was so good. So good. And fresh and just fluffy on the inside. Ooh, this place makes some good donuts. Okay, I'm finna go. I done had my big girl moment. I done told y'all about the donut. I'm about to go watch these couples because this new. This the season, I guess it started, last week or something? And I gotta catch up. So I love you all. And y'all didn't tell me what y'all want to talk about. Maybe I will talk about the third eye thing tomorrow. I don't know. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I will talk to you later. I love you. Bye.